So Mullet Over is a game where we have got 3 stories that all sound like they definitely involve somebody who has a mullet, but only one of them does. So you two are trying to figure out which one has the mullet. Everyone that's listening along today and watching along would love your opinion as well. Which one of these stories do you think actually involves a mullet? Again, it's tricky because all of them sound like they absolutely could. You guys trying to solve this riddle. Are you both ready for Mullet Over?
Yes, Dave.
All right. So up first, we have got a dude, and he is wearing a hat of sorts. This is a raccoon cap. His name,
so Davy Crockett style.
David Crockett style. His name is Carter Johnson, which, by the way, I feel like the raccoon hat has not circled back around in popularity.
No.
Yeah.
I mean, it's raccoon on your head, and I feel like we love raccoons, as in, like, you see all the videos of them, like, just coming up and stealing stuff, and we're like,
with their little hands.
they're super cute.
And
And Bradley Cooper's portrayal of Rocket Raccoon
that did help.
in Guardians of the Galaxy.
That did endear him.
Which,
Yep.
well, you're hiring Bradley Cooper to play that role, and he doesn't sound anything like Bradley Cooper. Why didn't you just get another voice actor?
Yeah, someone much cheaper than Bradley Cooper. So this raccoon cap-wearing individual, his name is Carter Johnson, and he is explaining the car crash that he witnessed after a dude tried to rob a bank.
Police say Dykes tried to rob the bank wearing a mask and holding a weapon. Once clerks alerted the police, he took off and hit a vehicle as he fled from police.
He came in Dukes of Hazzard, getting it, digging like that, like Dale Jr., and then hooked up and shot forward. And when he hooked up and shot forward, that's when he came and hit.
I don't think that that guy has the mullet. I think the woman who was explaining what happened has the mullet.
You think so? Well, I mean, a mullet involved in any part of the story, so that is the first one.
So my initial reaction is we don't hear his voice, but him wearing a raccoon skin cap, I want to say no, because those raccoon skin caps have the tails of their own. And so if you have your own mullet, you don't need a raccoon tail there. I feel like it's almost like a mullet marking.
Oh, so you're saying you wouldn't want to obscure your mullet if you spent all this time growing it out with a raccoon?
This is somebody who has mullet envy who's wearing a raccoon skin cap. Or is just a Davy Crockett cosplayer, which I don't think that there are many historical figures who love cosplaying Davy Crockett who are robbing places.
Don't you feel like a raccoon hat on top of a mullet is just like redundant? Because raccoon hats are basically mullet hats.
Yeah, it's true.
Party in the front or party in the back, and then business in the front because it's short, and then you got that tail.
So here we go on to number 2. This might be from the late 90s. I'm not exactly sure. It is an Alabama man who has very few front teeth, who appears to be a little bit drunk, interrupts a reporter on the street to talk about not so far 38-mile walk to Guntersville, Alabama. So again,
you ever been to Guntersville?
I've been to Guntersville.
Guntersville? This has a T in it, so I don't know if there's 2 different places or if this is a mistype.
Let me Google it.
Guntersville is what I'm looking at.
No, there's a place called Guntersville.
Yeah. Okay. So here.
Oh my God! Yeah, we could just call it Guntersville.
You just
it's literally that's where I grew up going to the lake. Yeah.
Okay.
It's like literally 40 minutes away from my hometown.
You didn't know the name of it? And you live next to it?
I grew up calling it Guntersville.
Okay.
I didn't know that there was a
T in there
because we just don't. We just like Huntsville.
Guntersville.
Huntsville is also Huntsville. So.
All right. So here we go. Let's see if you guys think this gentleman may have a mullet.
I know how bad they are. Why don't they just walk the gutters? It ain't a far walk. It's just 38 miles. Why don't you walk the gutters? How about strutting that ass? You'll be so goddamn tired. The time you get to New Hope, you won't be strutting that ass.
Strutting that ass.
I told you. There's no T in there.
I don't know if this guy has a mullet. I don't think this guy has a mullet.
No? Okay.
I don't.
Right.
His voice does not say majestic, flowing mullet to me.
All right. So I've got a third one here. And again, feel free to weigh in 833-YO-DUMMY or in the Twitch chat. This one is footage from Omaha, Nebraska. This is Jeff. He is a Radio Shack employee, and he is discussing rechargeable batteries.
He's got a mullet. That's all I need to know. He's got a mullet.
Okay, here we go.
Some advice to your kids in getting maximum NiCad recharging. Tell them
to run the thing to where it's almost down to where the batteries are almost down to nothing, and then throw it back on the charger and then sit there a good long time. If after he gets done playing with it for, say, 15 minutes or so, you don't want to keep throwing it back on the charger every 5 minutes. That's the problem, is you can work up a memory in a battery to where it only might want to work for 10, 15 minutes.
100%, this guy has the mullet. Not only does he have a mullet, he's rocking those big, like, wireframe glasses that kind of look like aviators, but they're not. Think Egon Spengler style, but, like, just big, like, smart guy glasses. He's got black hair, and it's a curly mullet. I promise you that's what this guy looks like.
Kyle said he thinks that guy has not only a mullet, but also a mustache.
Tech nerds in the 80s working, in the early 90s working at Radio Shack, it was a requirement to have a mullet.
That's kind of what happened last week, right?
Yeah,
we had a tech guy
Audiophiles. They are brothers from other mothers.
Copper said Mahoney all in with the stereotypes here.
That's what we do here.
Yep. Sachs said he thinks number 2 has the mullet, also missing a bunch of teeth with the caved-in bottom lip. Okay. Audrey,
caved in bottom lip.
What is it? We have Mahoney's official guess over here.
Number 1 just feels I'm a little too uncertain on who would have the mullet in that. So just playing the odds, I'm gonna can that one because that just feels like if I were to guess that one, I would be risking too much.
I love the woman, and plus the raccoon skin cap.
Yeah.
I feel like that throws it off.
Young Carter Johnson, who was talking about the car accident that he saw after the dude robbed the bank, does not have a mullet. Well done, guys.
Okay, fantastic.
So it all comes down to the guy walking to Gunnersville.
Yeah.
A 38-mile walk, or the Radio Shack employee whose name is Jeff.
All right, Mahoney, who you going with? You're going to stick with your
I knew from the beginning. Yep,
man?
100%.
All right, I'm going to go with my homeboy in Bama, Row Tide from Gunnersville. I think he's got the mullet.
Okay, Audrey, you're incorrect. I'm sorry.
Thank God. Honestly, that would have been laying it on thick. If he had no teeth, a mullet from Gunnersville, living on a lake, that would have been too much.
What's the guy look like?
I'll tell you what Jeff looks like. Exactly like you thought. Jeff from Radio Shack. Otherwise, just spot on. Stereotypes work.